All right, hello everybody, welcome on in. If you're not familiar with myself, my name is Skyheart. I'm part Go, part Dragon, a full hype man, raised to all you folks here within our home, as we're currently going to be doing some more art tonight. We're going to be working on studying materials, as I have not gone and studied that quite yet. Actually, there's quite a few different things that I still need to study, but I think trying to figure out how to do like colors and materials and stuff, like skin, softness, hardness, leather, the shine, highlight.
Ooh, if we get to latex, I'm a scream. That's my favorite shit. Also, hi, I'm Seph. I'm a raccoon. Finger guns.
Yeah.
We do art together on Mondays.
And let me just go ahead and move on over to this screen. There we go. When did you freaking draw that? God damn it, it's cute. Bad. Oh.
Listen, there were spoilers on the other thing that I had, so.
All right, you know what? Fair enough. So, as a lot of you guys know, I have not streamed like at all last week. My bad. I have been in the middle of doing a bunch of spring cleaning and a whole lot of it and stuff. I am literally at the very tail end of it. I just need to get a couple of things put up and put away, and then I will take pictures. I'll do like a little video to show off the room, because I have gotten a lot done. My cable management looks actually clean now. My lights are all up. I have new little setups and everything that just look chef's kiss, fucking beautiful. And yeah, so really excited to show you guys that right now. I just put up some fairy lights, and oh god, it feels so good right now to just bask in the glow of them. It's not too bright, it's not too dim. It is just this nice warm glow all around me, and oh, it's so comfortable.
The Neurospicy United experience of you do not use a big light. You use a million small lights. You do not use the big light.
Yes.
Ever.
Very much.
Big light is forbidden.
Oh, man. And before we get started on anything here, Seph and I have a tradition that we need to do.
Yarp.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh.
Good shit.
Oh, good shit. And now I'm gonna open up my bag of food that's been here for like 40 minutes.
Sky.
I was trying to get things set up! I was trying to like get things all like cleared up and cleaned and ready and shit, and fucking... At least I had it set up next to me. You saw how my room, like what the state my room was in before we streamed. You saw how much I cleaned up in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah. Hi, Nakai. Love you.
Hi, Nakai. Hell yeah, grip and rip.
Shared hype train. That's
what?
new.
Wait, what?
Shared hype train. That's new. What is that?
I'm not seeing that. What? Hold on a second. Let me bring up the fucking street. What? I think I remember something being said about that before. Hang on, I'm bringing it up right now. Oh, fuck.
And the song that just popped up for me is fucking apt. Fucking, we're all in this together for my school musical.
All in this together.
Two nerds for the price of one? Yeah.
Shared hype train. Hey, yo, chat. We ain't never seen this before. I think
new things.
Yo, if you want to be very generous and see exactly what this shared hype train does, now is a good time for that shit. I'm just saying. Plus, it supports the
Mhm.
both of us. So then that way, I mean, I don't even know exactly what this, who knows what the hell this is gonna be. But, I mean, shit. It's gonna support both of us anyways because we're getting hitched.
True.
Oh, man. I know we're good tonight. Shared hype train. Apparently, because we're doing a shared chat because we're both streaming together. That.
Dante, thank you very much for the gift subs.
Let's go.
Right, is it truly a shared hype train? I don't know what happens.
Let's see.
Is it a hype train on your end too?
I am not seeing it in OBS at least. But I see the hype train on your side.
Hmm.
Did I get bamboozled?
Did we get bamboozled by Twitch? Never.
I think we got bamboozled. Yeah, because I don't show it on my side.
Damn.
All right, hype train over on Seph's channel. Go, go, go! It was all a trap, apparently. The hype train came at a really good time for you guys to be distracted by supporting Seph while I eat.
Wait. I tried to gift a gift a gub in your chat and it didn't work. I'm sad.
Rah.
I've been denied.
Yeah,
Hey,
let's
Dex.
go!
Thank you, Dante, for the 5 gift subs, and thank you, Dex, for the 5 gift subs.
More subs! More subs! More subs!
Oops, all subs. Can you handle all those subs, Sky?
Sure can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm funny. I'm laughing at my own jokes. Leave me alone, neck guy. Except don't. You're lovely.
Fucking god. So, I know nothing about textures. Not gonna lie.
I know some things.
I hopped like straight into this shit.
Mm.
And so because of that, first off, I'm gonna move my mouse over to the right side of my tablet so I can fucking use that. And I know that you have mentioned before that you want to learn to draw softer,
super soft skin.
So
I want it to look very like silk with skin. I know that sounds weird, but
so explain to the chat about like your knowledge and relationship when it comes to textures in art.
I feel like I'm actually like pretty decent when it comes to like textures and stuff because like the best way I can explain it is that like I feel like it does have something to do with the fact that I can't visualize colors. But it doesn't mean I lack detail in my visualization. It's just almost in like muted. If there is any color, it's very fucking muted and I have to really focus. But I can see textures and like values. So like things like clothing texture or like skin texture and stuff like that I can visualize pretty fucking well. So especially with clothing, I've just found a love for learning, like observing and learning and like trying to replicate it and stuff. And that's like a big thing about learning textures. You have to use real life reference. Otherwise, you're not really getting the texture. Like you can like look up tutorials for like latex and stuff, or like wet look PPC, and like get a general idea of like layer types, but you have to look at real life reference. And it's best to just try. Just try, just see like what you've got. Like generally it does take a bit of knowledge on the brushes that you're using, but like when you get it, oh, it's so satisfying. Like the first time I ever like rendered latex to a degree where I was satisfied, oh boy, I was so fucking happy. It was so nice. It was just like, I fucking did it. And like textures to me is like one of my favorite things to render, because of that satisfying of like, oh, I did it. But it's also agonizing because it's one of the most like trust the process things about art, in my opinion. Because textures can be crazy.
Especially like when you're trying, cause like when it comes to the textures and shit, you also have to take in mind of, with the rendering process, anything that might twist or turn, bend, crinkle, or just stay super smooth.
It's also like, I do feel like you're jumping a bit ahead in your art journey to work on textures, because like Arashi like mentioned earlier, understanding shadow and light and how it interacts with things is also a huge thing about textures. Because the intensity of a texture, thank you for the hype train, can really vary depending on lighting and shadow. So
Right.
like, but it's so fun.
Sorry, you entered your sentence like right as I was stuffing my face.
Oh good, oh good.
But yeah, like I definitely know that I am jumping ahead like pretty hard here about like textures and rendering and stuff, and trying to learn that. But at the same time, it's better to jump ahead and do something like this with you together. Just because of the fact that like I know this is something you're really wanting to do, and it'll give me an idea for like future stuff, because I'm also starting to get under the impression that I might actually, thank you very much for the stretch posture, and also Paige earlier, thank you very much for the dope. Rah. I've kind of learned in a bit of my journey that I might actually really like to render shit. It is
a lot of people really like rendering.
Because like it is starting to scratch a very like particular place, particular place in my brain. Because like I don't think I will ever understand how I did this.
You will.
Maybe. Who knows? But like I just kind of locked in one night. You were there for that. And
Yes.
I just started working on this. And just... Okay, shade goes here. Highlight goes here. Texture goes like this. Teeth are lined up like this. So therefore the brushing should go into this direction. And now I have this. And then I woke up from my stupor of drawing whatever the hell this was. And went, what did I do?
What happened?
Oh, Hopper. I didn't draw that. Oh.
I love those moments as an artist, though, of like just locking in, stepping back, and be like, "The fuck, I drew this? How did I draw this?" Like, there's still some art pieces that like I go back to, and I'd be like, "How the fuck did I do that?"
All right. So we got our circles. Now the question becomes,
what textures are we doing?
What textures are we doing? And I think we should probably practice just the very basic of shadows.
Yeah.
So like the first one is just going to be the fucking most basic ass thing of just light and dark.
I also think that like it'll be fun to like look at the difference of how you and I do that, like do the same exercise.
Yeah.
Because already we're both different.
We're
I
already
find that really
just
funny.
on completely different paths here.
Like I am looking up a reference. Instead of doing it from memory.
Interesting.
One day I will like to do a reflective ball. But I'm not there yet.
Oh, you're talking about like a mirror reflection?
Yeah, like a metal ball.
Hmm.
Ooh, there we go. And this is also a peak example of why having materials for like an in-person reference is ideal, because fucking trying to find a photo that I'd be satisfied with.
Oh, that's
No, I do not want to draw a disco ball. Fuck off. whatever. What you giggling at?
Just the idea was like, I'm going to use a reference, and then like I'm almost done with the first ball.
You laugh.
Yes.
And
You know, I miss both of you. You both are great. Aw. We miss you too.
yeah. What music are you listening to today?
So I have just started to like listen to a very specific soundtrack, which is actually just one song looped over and over again.
Gotcha.
Because
For
it's
VOD reasons, right?
for VOD reasons, so in that way, because it's like it's copyright protected, or not copyright protected. I don't have to worry about copyright bullshit.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yo, Goober, don't forget to save your progress. Never. I'm going to give everybody anxiety.
It's true, I will.
A lot of lightning going on outside.
You had a storm.
I do got a storm. It's really nice. Made my DoorDash a lot more expensive though.
I'd say I'm jealous, but I want the weather to actually get better over the next couple weeks.
True. Make sure to save your balls. You wouldn't download a balls.
That's what you think.
That's what you think. God, I'll still never get over the fact that the commercial of you went downloaded car was used with stolen font.
Oh my god, it's still so funny.
Oh my god, that's so amazing to find out decades later. I would download a car if I had the chance. Come on now. Yeah, that was also another really funny thing. Like, you wouldn't download a car, would you? Absolutely!
Yeah, what the fuck do you mean I wouldn't? You don't know me.
If you say you wouldn't, you don't know yourself very well.
In this economy? Also, we live in a future land where downloading a house is probable. You can 3D print a house, so you can download it.
It is true.
If it wasn't for the fact that the technology is still incredibly fucking expensive, I feel like more people would do it.
I definitely feel like we're going to get to a point, like, in our lives, that we will get to a point where we're able to reuse certain materials for 3D printing in mass, like really large 3D printing shit. So then that way, like, you know, we don't have to constantly chop down a bunch of fucking forests to be able to get what we need.
Hmm.
Hey, good boy.
Ball.
Wow.
I'm done my ball.
I've gotten 2 balls.
Oh, you did more than one. Different lighting.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, definitely, yeah. There's 2 different techniques to it. One was using the brush that I like to use a lot, which had some texture to it. And then the other one was trying in a different position, but I started to realize, with the way that I was doing mine, it feels very, like, basic. Like, yes, the light is hitting the corner of this ball, therefore making it easy to just from light to dark on each side. And I was like, okay, let me do a spot. And then eventually the spot just kind of blew up into that, especially when I saw the way that like you were doing yours, and I was like, oh fuck, maybe I'm doing mine wrong. Let me just try something else here. And then it just kind of became this.
I mean, if you'll let me, I can send you my reference for your third ball.
Yeah. Doing vocal warm-ups. Throw a couple my way, please. Okay. Grab that real quick. When you say to throw a couple your way, what exactly do you mean in that, Art? Like a couple lines or like... something silly to say?
I got one. Koju, how familiar are you with the animated Lilo and Stitch?
The fact that you said the anime just hurts my soul.
I know, right? I hate it. Gantu isn't the villain. He isn't even in the movie. The Pudge the Fish monologue from the beginning of the movie. Go. Like, as she's explaining the importance of Thursday. If you can find the lines for it. Well, the live action's gonna suck, right? There's no drag. There's no fucking Gantu. Like, they're probably gonna make fucking CPS the villain. So Cobra Bubbles, when he was just a guy doing his job.
Javier Hilaria, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in.
Yeah, they changed the ice cream tourist to not be a tourist. Fucking hell. They took fucking all of the soul out of that fucking movie.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Goju. Are you familiar with Krieg from Borderlands?
Oh my god.
You should definitely give him a try. He's one of my favorites.
Thank you very much for the follow.
I love quoting
The
Krieg
what?
every time.
Excuse you, Dante?
Oh, the conductor of the poop train. Dude, he is a phenomenal character. He is so beautifully psychotic. His ramblings are beyond poetic, and I love it so much. My username was shiniest meat bicycle for a while. That's great.
Oh my god. And thank you, Javier. I drew both of them.
Yeah.
He's in mine.
Trying to see what one of my favorite quotes is from his. Yeah, his lines are like so hardcore. I love it. I'm also like trying to find a quote that might not be like too weirdly graphic for hearing it for the first time. Ah, here's one. Actually, no, never mind.
I feel like no matter what you say, I'm going to be unprepared.
I mean, yeah.
Over here, my sweet meats. Your Prince of Justice and Genocide has something to say. Gone are the days of the tentacle, the age of the gods, and the mercy is far away. We are fighters in the middle, the second act in a 3-part meat play, and I will win Best Supporting Actor!
Jesus.
I love it so much.
Look at me when I scream at your soul! You loud sacks of filth and sour cream can hit me with your pain pinatas all day, but you'll never take away the chilling fantasies of my wasted youth! My stomach is clear, and my mind is full of bacon!
The bacon part threw me off. Christ.
I can't see her anymore. She was so clear and bright, but the blood is in my eyes, and now I can only watch the ocean of blood. Its waves crash against my forehead again and again, and I just need to learn how to surf.
Oh yeah, Dante, that was like one of my favorite ones.
Say thank you. Nipple salads! Close enough.
Are you two just working on shading and highlights? We are working on, this is the first, just practicing a little bit of shading first, and then we're going to start working on textures for both metallic or skin, trying to figure out ways of doing things like more soft and,
We're gonna make flesh orbs.
We're gonna make flesh orbs. Koshu, I love that one, and I also hate it at the same time. It is so hard to be able to try to do that one straight.
Then do a K.
Oh, you're so right.
No, stop. I'm scared of what you might do. Please do not. Immediate regret as you cleared your throat.
Just do a K. All right.
Fuck off.
Actually managed it first try, which was weird. Yeah.
Pitiful people prepare. Please, pitiful flat. Fuck!
I can't do it.
I already have a mild speech impediment. I'm not even gonna try. Though I'd have a harder time if it was S's.
Yeah.
I would be so fucked if it was like a sentence of S sounds. It'd start to sound like a snake at a certain point. Just like that sentence just then.
Turn the mild speech impediment into a major one in just 3.
I just evolve into fucking hisses and whistles.
God. Just turn into that dude from Family Guy. Or
I was thinking Gopher from fucking Winnie the Pooh, but sure. That guy works as well.
Damn, I'm sorry. What? You got a problem?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
I'm just a silly old guy. What's wrong with a silly old guy?
Too much.
So anyways, I see you had a second ball going on there.
Yeah, you should have at least 2.
I do have 2. On screen.
It's okay if you only have 1, though. It's okay.
I was like a Porky Pig. No, Porky Pig is like, he stutters.
Yeah, which I also do. But really only when I'm stressed, under pressure, or if I'm talking too fast. I stumble over my words real fast. But the more S sounds I do, the more I start slurring, unless I'm actively trying to like enunciate a little bit better, like I'm trying to do now. The more S sounds I make, the more I slur and hiss, or start getting a little bit of lisp. So, yay! Fun stuff. 3, we call you 9 Toes. God damn it, Dex.
True. Good old 9 Toes. So which brush are you using for these?
I'm just using my basic watercolor.
Okay.
Emphasizing texture. It's a basic brush. It is the one that I use the most for basically everything, because I like that it does add texture and I like the feel of it.
I see.
Fuck this song. But yeah, I start with that, and then I use the blend tool to just smooth things out a little bit more. But this is a personal, like, because like I know shading and highlighting like pretty alright, my personal challenge is the using colors. I'm not using any kind of layer type. I'm not using any like I'm not like using multiply layers or something like that. I'm just using colors.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that feels pretty good. I'm kind of digging that.
Right?
Thought you were making the Milky Way galaxy texture with that brush. True, I could do that. Hey, TJ, thank you very much for resubscribing for 35 months. Holy shit. Eehoo. Hope you're doing good, DJ.
Not liking this one as much. I think I know why. I think I'm gonna do at least one more because I've used cold lighting for both of these, or cold color palette for both of these. So I want to try one with a warmer color palette.
I like your little doodle guys in the corner. Thank you. This was made by Seph.
Wait, doodle guys.
Yeah.
Oh, or yeah, RPGs. I was thrown off. I'm sorry.
Ah, spicy.
Hi, Spicy. Glad you're safe. I'm doing okay.
Well, what happened?
Spicy had storms in their area.
I don't think I ever like responded when Spicy like sent me a message showing that like there was a storm coming my way. And then I was just like, I looked at the message, I was gonna respond back, and I forgot to. And I'm like, because they were like, oh, there's a storm coming your way, and like it was looking really nasty, and I was just like, fuck, I wish that would actually hit me. And then lo and behold,
It did?
Yeah, lo and behold, it didn't hit me.
Oh, it didn't. That's funny.
Because I live in a city, so like a lot of storms just kind of pass on
Bypass
by.
or bypass or dissipate a little bit. Positive, but also disadvantage to major cities,
Where?
depending on your perspective. Storm living sky, that is a disadvantage.
I had to like consider, like if I'm trying to do something face forward, like I have to kind of consider if it was going to like curve, like how, like where would it curve? Because like obviously if you're doing it like right on the center, you wouldn't really see much of a curve. Like if you were to do like a straight line. But then as you're going like down or up, eventually it'll just kind of like curve more. Right? And it's like also trying to find the center in this shit. And knowing where it's supposed to be kind of curling at. But I don't want to do just like at a corner and then like calling it good there. Just because like I'm trying to think in the other space of like 3 dimensions. 'Cause that's been like a really heavy focus for me lately. you could use 3D model software to help figure out the lighting. Sure. Or I can eyeball the fuck out of it. And that's actually something that's been really interesting for me lately. Because I have been using the 3D models in this to help out quite a bit on certain things. But it's actually almost kind of backfired for me. And I was like...
Become a little reliant.
It became a little over-reliant. I was just like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Out you go.
Bye-bye. Nah, I get that. I started to feel that with posing. So you're just trying a circle with like just direct front lighting on it, right? Or a sphere,
Kinda.
rather.
Yeah. That was the idea. But it's kind of hard to figure out with just color alone. Although I'm dumb. Why am I being dumb? There's a fucking shadow thing that I can use.
Shadow thing.
Oh, that's what's that? Oh, darker. Let's... Was there no... Oh yeah, there's no opacity to that. That makes sense. But there is... Brush density.
Sorry.
Bless you. This is kind of neat, but also hurts my eyes to look at.
Yeah, the shading is very aggressive. It almost like makes it look almost iridescent.
True.
You want to see some, like, color fuckery?
Maybe.
So, as part of, like, a color theory thing, colors that you choose are really important. Like, through the shading and stuff, I did leave some, like, not super harsh lighting on the edge here because it's supposed to be reflecting off of, like, whatever surface it is, because that's what light does. Light reflects. So there's going to still be some light at the very bottom. When I add, like, a shading color that, like, matches the base object color a little bit, it ends up brightening the color, like, right next to it. It's like, looks kind of dark, and then it ends up brightening it. Looks a little bit more vivid. Because that is something to keep in mind when you're doing rendering and shading and stuff, is that, like, light reflects. So, like, there should be some of the lighting on whatever it is, whatever surface, especially for super bright colors like red. Red reflects actually remarkably well.
Mm-hmm.
I think I went a little bit too harsh on that, but it's still there.
Mm-hmm.
Blend, 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 blend.
Hi, Ruby. You seem to be doing well. That's a bold statement.
You're doing pretty well, actually. Like that looks like a rounded object. That looks like a sphere.
Hmm. So my question.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to the understanding of where the light is, which is dead center on the face of the orb,
Mm-hmm.
how would the shadow be seen on this?
Like the shadow that the sphere is making on a surface, or do you mean like? Depends on the intensity of the light. But like, typically, like, you would see, fucking trying to like articulate. Use one of my spears, to kind of like demonstrate. So I'm just gonna be doing the shading on it. Typically, like, dead on, you wouldn't see a ton of it, but just due to perspective, it would come out around the edge of it. There would also be some shadow still at the very bottom visible, because there is a curve, and while it would be a very thin line, it would still be there. It would probably also be very like very sharp, because the closer the more intense the light and the closer the light is, the clearer the shadow is. So on the very bottom edge, it would be very clear, and then it would get a little bit fuzzier going on.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's very intense, in which it stays consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the orb that I did up here, where it's supposed to be kind of more intense light. Or closer light.
My job break looking shiny as fuck. Directly behind, you have yours centered on the ball, so it would be long shadow that you might not see from the sides. Very true.
But if you do see it, it would just be slivers, basically.
Mm-hmm. Let's play with this real quick. Then we'll move on to another texture. So I'm gonna do something real quick here.
One more orb for me. I want to do warm colors. Let's... use this color.
It is 2 a.m. and I am in the depth dimension. Expect spotty answers at best. You know what? Fair enough. So now we have surface. That is very clear.
Mm.
Well, actually, I feel like that this surface would be a little bit further. Whatever. Let's go right about.
I'm making this extra hard on myself by using like a really difficult color. You know what? I'm gonna make it easier on myself. Use a different color. Let's try purple. Okay.
All right. So if the light is hitting directly against the ball here, I request Razzmatazz in Orbit Me colors. I will absolutely do that. Eventually. I need to study geometry.
Yes. Why do you say that? Like specifically?
Shadows. Like unironically, fucking want to learn shadow placements and lights? Geometry.
Yes.
And so with if it's hitting pinpoint right here, and it casts a shadow, so at the very least, about here. Hmm. The fun thing about round shapes is not only do you think about shadow curvature, you need to consider secondary light bouncing onto it, adding to the curves.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's so true.
That's what I was talking about before. With like the
Yeah.
with the color trickery.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun stuff.
Not me literally considering trying to find a flashlight to start casting shadows on shit so I can...
Honestly, one of my favorite things, like when I don't have them anymore, or I never personally own them, but one of my favorite props for like in my art classes that I liked using is honestly pool balls. Because those also added a design for perspective. They also reflect light really well, and are almost perfect spheres. Wonder how much a set of those costs.
Not me also being over here like, I need to get myself a pool ball.
Man, genuinely, I fucking love playing pool. Like, I think that was even something that we talked about last year when you were here. Like, we were looking at like pool tables and stuff like that for funsies.
Yeah.
And it's just like genuinely, I would love to have a pool table because it's one of those things where like, oh, would you even use it? Almost no one uses it. I would absolutely play pool like at least once a week. I fucking love playing pool. Maybe I should find a billiards bar here while everyone's here.
Hell yeah.
Wait, I think the one place I wanted to go does have pool. It's all coming together. Anyway. Yeah, you can get a whole billiards ball set for like $46 Canadian. Or a little bit less. Oh, yo, some of these look neat. They're really expensive, but like I kind of would want them in an ideal world. An ideal world where I already spent the money on a fucking pool table. Send them to you, 'cause, yeah, I just think they look cool.
Ow. Oh, yeah.
Don't die.
You can't tell me what to do.
I think if anyone has the right to, it's me.
Yeah, whatever.
Or are you gonna argue not for a couple weeks? real quick. Pretty sure that one place that I can't name because it's a local thing has pool. I'd be surprised if it didn't actually. Oh yeah, it has pool. Amongst other things. Yeah, that might be a Wednesday night thing.
Hell yeah.
Anywho.
Thank you very much for the stretcher posture.
Ooh, crunchy. You good?
Yes.
That one was intense.
I have to take a picture of round. Sweet. Okay. Yeah. Ruby was giving me a little example on how the ship,
light.
yeah, with direct light, how it casts a shadow from the other side. Thank you, Ruby. Hey, Cold Storm. Welcome on in, everybody. Even if I'm myself, my name is Scarlet. I'm part code, part dragon, a full high man raised and lovely folks here within my home. That's where I'm currently hanging out with a wonderful fiance known as Seph. Say hello, Seph.
Hello, Seph.
Hope we had a very
Yeah,
good
it's been a hot
stream.
minute.
Yeah. Shut up, phone. Go away. Hey, wouldn't it be funny if I did a thing? What thing? Yeah, had a good stream? Good! Alright, I decided to add to my silly little orb for funsies. Gonna be here for the next 6 months supporting one of the coolest motherfuckers I ever did be. Oh, wait, what do you mean 6 months in advance?
Oh, let's go.
Jesus! page. Thank you. Decided to do a funny little thing. My orb is shiny.
Shiny.
Shining. Let me actually. Ponder the orb. The orb of mysticalness.
Ponder.
I'm actually really like that sparkle brush. Don't lie.
No.
My son! How you doing, bud?
You're making it real shiny.
Yeah. I really love the comparison to my shit ass of like fucking shading on the left and then the third fucking arm.
The differences of using references, everybody.
I mean, I didn't.
I mean, I thought you did use.
No.
I mean, I know you. I mean, no, I know you weren't directly referencing or trying to like emphasize it, but you looked upon a reference, saw light, and then like did the next one, right? Or am I incorrect?
You are incorrect.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's like, okay, hang on a second. So like, there's this one that I did. That was like both the ones on the left were pretty much without reference. Like this one was completely without reference. This one was seeing yours your first orb and be like, maybe I should try something similar, and then completely fucking it. And then I decide, what if I try doing lighting dead center? And then next thing I know, I just have this glorious jewel in front of me. Wait, how did you fuck the virtual circle? The one on the left here is just not good. This is ass. This one over here? This is bad.
Smiles at my orbs.
You have very nice orbs.
Thank you for pondering my orbs.
Gladly do it again.
Promi?
Yay. Hey, yo, chat, I'm gonna ponder some orbs. Oh, man.
We are in a room. Oh shit, hello! Hello, welcome in, Raiders! Hi, I'm Seph, I'm a raccoon witch. Currently in the process of a rebrand, and I will get a humanoid form, but right now I'm just a little guy. Welcome in, everybody! Today I am with Skyheart Streams, my wonderful fiance, and we are just doing, like, our practices and stuff. How are you doing, and how's your stream? How's your stream, Wordy? Lovable guy, yeah!
I've mastered airbending. I can bring air in and out of my lungs. Hey, you know what? Sometimes that could be considered a talent for some folks.
Pretty solid. I sketched up a froggy mermaid for Mermaid, and now I want to get some snacks and lurk. Are y'all working on? Yeah, we just we're working on mostly like lighting and shading practice with orbs to eventually build up to working on textures. But yeah, if you need to go do the eating and snacks and stuff to take care of yourself, please do. Thank you very much for the raid. Want you to take care of yourself. Self-care is important, Dave. Orbs of light, but not orbs of delight. I mean... really pretty, thank you. Yeah, that was my personal challenge, is to not use, like, layer, settings. Like, I'm not using any multiply tools or anything like that. Just using just different colors to shade. AKA practicing color theory. Finger guns. I do need to get better at that. I can only use the fact that I can't visualize colors as an excuse for so long. Practicing shading also helps you with your comebacks. Always be ready for to throw shade.
True.
Also helps you figure out whether you want to throw cold shade or warm shade. Finger guns.
Hey, I get it.
Color joke. Are these balls fixed? Now they're free roaming.
Hey. Trying to like see if I could find any like quick like little videos about rendering like soft skin.
A lot of that is definitely like understanding like I think soft cell shading is the term you'd be wanting to look for, as well as actually using the fucking airbrush tool, which is probably what I'm gonna do next, is to actually use the airbrush tool and not just a fucking watercolor brush. Oh, I hate airbrush tool. Like, I don't know why. I hate the feel of them. I hate, like, the act of using them.
Which is really funny because I absolutely love it.
Feels confined and unburying. Gold star to anyone who recognizes that quote.
Alright, I think I found something. One second here and I'll bring it up.
Flesh orb time. Flesh orb lewd. No, it's perfectly normal.
Alright, here we go, chat. How to draw like this. Sea Croquette Study. I have no idea who that is, but the thumbnail led me to believe that this is somebody who does really neat anime painting thing. So, here we go. You're watching, right?
Yes.
Croquette is an artist who paints anime girls. She mixes classical Renaissance paintings with a Japanese anime art style. Her portraits, aside from being very beautifully detailed, can also be very simple. She uses an almost oil-painted finish for her pieces and utilizes warm, almost sun-kissed colors most of the time. There are many different techniques she uses to draw like this, but in today's video, I want to analyze her coloring technique specifically. At first glance, her coloring may seem complex and almost impossible to replicate, but there are a lot of little things going on beneath the surface that may help us do this. I couldn't find much time lapses on her style, but I did find a couple work-in-progress pictures in this video. So from this clip, I deducted 3 things. 1, she uses rendering, a technique that I have been actively trying to avoid since I started digital art. Rendering in digital art is the process of taking a painting from a rough state to a more polished, finished state. Rendering is usually done in several distinct stages. It is mostly concerned with working on lighting, shading, and adding details and textures. It usually never
I don't know why it just kind of like bothered me. I mean, like, okay, here's the first thing that I learned. They use rendering. Really? You know what I'm saying?
Alright, to be fair. Not everyone knows the words for it.
Alright, fair enough.
Uses line art and instead built on top of a sketch layer. I always use line art in my pieces, so this study was a major step out of my comfort zone. The next thing I noticed was
not
how
exactly
she
inspiring
starts at the base and
confidence.
makes her way down. This seemed really interesting to me, and I realized she had the entire piece mapped out before she started rendering. She had a solid sketch of the composition along with the colors and shadows she was going to be using. Since the study is mainly focusing on her rendering techniques and not her use of light
Yeah.
Inspired pad runtime.
and shadow,
That's
I
mean.
chose to only focus on this, but she also had her light and shadow along with the basic background laid out. The third thing I deducted was how glossy and almost jelly her art looked. At first glance, you don't see this, but the more I looked through her pieces, the more I realized that she loved to draw water and overall glossy, lollipop kind of drawings. You can see what I mean in these drawings, like the strawberry, the apple, and the almost translucent finish of the fingers. And one more thing I noticed was her hair rendering. It is immaculate. The colors are so perfect and match the character perfectly. She uses pigtails a lot, and when she doesn't, the hair is flowy and free. I collected some of my favorite portraits of hers and tried to find patterns I could add to my own study. I wanted to combine the jelly-like aspect with the pigtail hair and the overall softness of her pieces. Her art reminds me of Jolly Ranchers in the best way.
I hate this video immediately, dude.
Yeah.
This is so ass. I'm sorry to this person. Like, I'm trying
I'm
to
sure
look
it helps
for,
somebody, but
how to draw like this. Step 1, render. Thank you.
okay. One, I will like agree this maybe isn't the best written script ever. But to be fair, there is aspects to it that should be like when you're learning art and stuff is dissecting what you're looking at and understanding the words and terminology like rendering can help. And what she's doing when she's like explaining through like how she's observing this art is using words that helps her understand what she's looking at. Jelly like or candy like, lollipop, whatever. Like helps her understand like as a reference to something that she knows really well, to be able to be like, oh, so this kind of lighting, this kind of texture, and incorporate that throughout the entirety of the piece rather than a specific thing. And that's, I think, what she's doing is like taking a deep look and study of a person's artwork and deconstructing it in a way that she understands.
Mm-hmm. I want lighting that gives how many licks does it take.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like rendering and lighting that makes somebody go, me want bite. Parentheses, affectionate.
Mm.
Parentheses, lewd? Question mark?
Parentheses lewd. Period. The style takes into consideration drop shadow and secondary light affected by color. Done and done.
Yeah. I want Jolly Ranchers now. Fucking mood. I haven't had Jolly Ranchers in ages.
Chew with affection, maim with heart.
You know what? I fuck with that.
Yeah. People build their own dictionary of concepts built for their own way of seeing things. Like, yeah, that's completely fair. I think I am at a very weird headspace when it comes to learning art right now, because I feel like I'm doing it a lot differently than a lot of online artists. And so it's like I'm actually like going through the nitty-gritty details of a textbook when learning shit. And so it's just like I'm reading up on like these details and everything, and very like educate. Okay, this is going to sound really mean. I don't mean it to be mean, but this is just like a factor of it. Educated dialogue in a textbook that like is able to explain to me in parts what it is building up to, and like going through the nitty-gritty details on exactly like what it is entailing, and being able to like catalog it accordingly, so to make sure that like I can kind of follow along with it instead of kind of bouncing back and forth. Like with this right here, like when she starts off with like rendering. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't want to like just bash on the fact that she mentioned rendering, because yes, it's an obvious thing, but it's not obvious to everybody, and that is in fact a step you have to consider on this. Yes, it is rendering, but I feel like that there is a lot of like when she started mentioning the they do a rough concept first, and they like
Mhm.
get everything all built out. What was the word for it? I think it starts with a C.
I'm blanking.
Let's see where. There.
Out before she started rendering, makes her way down. This seemed really interesting to me, and I realized she had the entire piece mapped out before she started rendering. She had a solid sketch of the composition along with the
Composition. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Also, Prickles Cactus, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. Like this would be something that like if I were to try and like explain how to examine a study for like somebody's art style and stuff and like how they do it, this would be
Mhm.
like one of the first things that I would mention about when just like kind of building up to the point of talking about the rendering stuff. But then again, I've not watched the whole video here. I'm talking out of my ass for half of this shit. So like she probably might even like start breaking it down like after throwing all the bigger details into the mix of it. This could just be a video editing thing. I don't know. I'm hyper criticizing this shit when I probably shouldn't be. But like yeah, I don't know. I want to see if I can find like another video maybe to go with it at some point, but I also kind of want to just try and draw skin. I just like want to try and
To the
draw it
skin orb.
to the skin orb.
Um.
Skin orb.
Why did you say that? Like you were saying fucking. You were spurning of the party frat house.
It's the dude from The Simpsons. Oh God, what's his name? Uh, Mr. Skinner's boss.
Oh yeah. Superintendent. Something. Fuck.
Chalmers?
What's his? I think it's Chalmers. Yeah.
Yeah, Superintendent Chalmers. Yeah. He just
Hi,
goes
Flo.
Skinner.
Which I think is a reference to Animal House.
Probably.
Do
Also
I have
have
skin
to.
orbs in my art reference?
I do have. I don't have skin orbs. I have skin cubes.
Yeah, I have some like super simplified skin balls, but that's more like tone reference.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have like 7 different references for fucking latex. Can you tell that I really like drawing and rendering latex?
No, explain more, please.
It's very fun. It's very fun and shiny, and when it hits right, oh boy, does it hit right! In the subtitles, you used to just see fucking. This is the artist's thinly veiled fetish.
Because this is going to sound weird. I feel like rendering soft looking skin is easy. I don't know why. I don't know how. This is not an educated assumption of mine. It's just for some reason, there's something in my brain being like, I will understand this quickly.
Permission to make a lewd joke?
Yes.
It might be because of all your hands-on experience.
Oh, I'm a whore.
No, you're not. You don't get paid for it.
True. I'm a slut.
There we go.
I respect your soft expectations. Thank you.
So, like, okay. I'll put it this way, from my perspective. The soft part is the easy part. Learning where shading is on a body, that is difficult. Because it's very, especially if you do things like any type of cell shading, a little goes a long way.
That I feel like that is where anatomy studies really need to start coming into play.
Oh, 100%.
You should have said hard, but difficult works. Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Ew.
Haha, sex jokes.
I also like really am glad to like have these cubes as well. Because like I'm going to like I'll be upfront about it. Like one, I'm already like still like not fully on with like the coloring stages yet. So I haven't like really gotten a lot of hands-on practice with it.
Mm.
But skin tone has definitely been something that's kind of eluded me for the longest time. Hell, I have a hard time like with skin tones and stuff just in video games when you do creative characters. Like I never understand like what I'm supposed to do with them sometimes. But
Yeah, skin tones are hard because you want to know the reason? Skin isn't just one color.
Yeah.
Like realistic skin has like pigments of blue, or this is just light skin. This is just light skin. It has pigments of blue, purple, red, some browns. Specific types of skin tones also can have like tinges of orange in it. So like realistic skin tones is like there is no such thing as a skin tone, but the cubes help really simplify it for like more for stylized stuff, because then it doesn't necessarily matter. But like here's the different tones that would be on skin. Here's the base tone, here's the highlight tone, and here's the shading tone.
Right.
Which is really all you need to start out. Like you can make things super fancy once you get like the hang of it.
Oh right, I forgot to put the music back on. My bad. I really should do studies like these, work on my own rendering skills. Absolutely. Like, I think that is like something, it's one of the things of like why I am cataloging my journey into doing art as much as I have been, is because I do want people to be able to kind of like give it a try themselves and be able to learn from it. Because, for example, one of the things I've done recently is talking to a bunch of artist friends, trying to help them out with fundamentals. Because for me, when it comes to wanting to study and learn, I'm going by the books here. Like, I'm doing very core fundamentals and everything to try to work it out, try to figure it out, and study. And taking my time with that to study it, and then after I practice it, I review what I have done, see why what I have done is wrong, and then try to memorize those wrongs in ways to correct it.
Got it memorized.
Got it memorized. Like when it comes to shapes, perspectives, when you're drawing a cube, you know, it's not just a bunch of flat lines to create a cube. You also have to think about depth and perspective. So you got to figure out, okay, where, like, how far does the cube go back before it stops being a cube? How far does this line go? Also, like, would think, okay, if I draw a square, then all the lines are simply just parallel. And then you got a square. Four equal sides, they're all parallel lines. Boom, that is a square. But then if you try to take that same rule into drawing a cube, you're going to be wrong. Because the lines should no longer be parallel. They should eventually meet. Even if, like, you would have to stretch it out for a really, 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 really long time, depending on, like, what the perspective and angle of the cube is at, eventually a lot of the lines would meet. That is part of these studies, to figure out and learn how that works. And I like to think that I am bringing this kind of stuff to a lot of people's attention, both new artists and even veteran artists who just simply need a refresher. There are artists out there who are way better than me, who, like, took my box test that I was giving them. Not even my box test. This is just a box exercise. And it was basically just take a box. Now, rotate it to the right, rotate it to the left, rotate it up, rotate it down, and then go basically 5x5 rows of rotations. And it's a really good exercise to be able to, not only for new people to understand where they're at on it and trying to do rotations and perspective and things of that nature, but it also helps kind of give a refresher to artists who have been well established for a while but hasn't brushed up on their fundamentals. Because that is a very important thing I think a lot of people do forget to do at times, which is,
or fool themselves into thinking that they don't need to.
right. Which, never fool yourself into thinking that you don't need to do something because you think you already understand it.
Yep.
Don't sit there and tell me, oh, I know how to draw a box, and then proceed to not draw a box.
Yeah, then draw a box. Prove it.
You got to burn the fundamentals into your soul. Exactly. And it's like, okay, I drew a box. Okay, did you draw a box well, though? Explain to me the errors in this box. and then like you go off from there and you start figuring out more, learning from it. You gotta burn the fundamentals into your soul, just like Ruby is saying there. Like, you got to be able to remember and go back to your roots on that stuff. Because if you don't practice the fundamentals, or worst case, you are blatantly trying to avoid the fundamentals, you're not going to get super far without those. Or at the very least, like, you're not going to, in my opinion, be able to... Actually, I don't even know how to say that, because it feels weird to, like, say this as somebody who's still learning. I don't know. Seph, you're more experienced than me. Explain.
What am I explaining?
Reasons for why people should not avoid the fundamentals.
You gotta know the fundamentals to know how to break them. Fundamentals also just... Fundamentals help in all aspects of your art, no matter what you're doing, whether you're doing scenery, whether you're doing backgrounds, whether you're doing fucking graphic design, if you're doing people, furries, whatever. Fundamentals are fundamental. They help with everything when it comes to your art. And even just doing a little bit of study, one, can humble you. And maybe some people are afraid of that, but sometimes, especially like longtime artists, kind of need a good humbling to be like, ah, shit, right? Fuck, I'm not, I'm not hot shit, actually. I still have a lot to learn. And personal opinion and experience here, the worst kind of artists are the ones who decide to stop learning. Because they're boring. They're boring, they tend to be incredibly judgmental, and like, they're never gonna get better. And you can always be better.
Mm-hmm.
And you may not see it, but guaranteed, a lot of the big artists that people follow, especially professionals, do often do fundamental refreshers.
Mm-hmm. I've said it dozens of times, but I will say it again. Fundamentals first, stylization later. Style grows with mastery of the fundamentals. Exactly.
Yep. And it's just fun.
Mm-hmm.
Failed my experiment. I instinctively went back to my watercolor brush. Like, I didn't even think about it. I was just like, alright, time to do things. And it's just like, okay. Right to my watercolor brush. So that was a little bit of a failure.
I think this is fairly good.
Yeah. Yours is great.
Hell yeah. Yeah, because basically I just kind of, when it comes to doing skin stuff, or at least like from what I've been doing, I just kind of go in between the three brushes, which is the three airbrushes, which is the soft highlight shadow. And then if I need to, I'll do the blending, which I was using the blur. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should be using the actual blend thing. I guess it kind of depends on the intensity of it.
I hate it. Hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. Fucking hate airbrush.
I'm really curious about like
Why?
yeah. Is it because you put your hardness down to like the bottom?
I don't know. I hate it.
Huh.
I just hate how the brushes work.
I wonder what the difference is. Like trying to understand like why yours feels so off-putting. Like your airbrush, like yours is. Do a pressure test for me. Like just do a standard, like very light touch across. Huh. Weird.
That's a harder press.
Run soft. Brush. Normal. Hardest down. Brush density 50. Everything's basically the same. Maybe it's just a difference of feel for us.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Let's try.
wonder if there's a YouTube video on how to not hate airbrush.
Meanwhile, me here, I'm just struggling on trying to wrap my orb like yours.
Look at tennis balls.
Mincy Fresh, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. Strung up ham works too. Fair.
Yeah.
With fucking windy, I bet it is. Stay safe.
Windy.
Yes.
That guy sent me something.
Uh-oh.
I just want to. I wish I could redraw it.
I love that.
Right. Wait. Do I? No. Would you like a little like mental tip that I use for like remembering or for thinking about like skin squish?
Eh.
Think of it like there's a inner layer like underneath the skin. That's the stopping point. Because like, yeah, skin has a lot of give and a lot of squish to it, but like there's a limit to it because eventually you'll hit muscle or you'll hit or hit bone or something like that. So just like when you're doing like just general squish, think of how much you want it to squish in as like an inner circle, like since we're using orbs, just inner circle, and then just do light curvature towards that.
Okay.
Eventually, like once you figure out how tightly you want things to squish in, then it can be more severe. But typically there's only like a little bit of a divot. Unless you get into like really, really tight squishing. Is there a like a tool or tip thing that you've seen in your learning, like how to do things? Oh, gotta find a tutorial. You find a tutorial, you see them using a specific tool, and you're like, I don't want to learn how to use this.
Not that I'm fully aware of. Don't look up Warhammer painting guys first. Grab your dry brush. Yeah, okay, guy.
For me, the main one that like I've seen a million fucking times of like the best and fastest way to do color is gradient maps. I don't want to learn gradient maps. I would much rather learn to understand color theory better to be able to do it myself, rather than relying on a tool to do it for me. It's one of those ones where you're just like, it's fine if other people use it, it's fine if people like using them. I don't want to. Keep it away from me. I'm good. I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do? Oh, you didn't have it filled in completely, did you?
Oh, apparently.
Drew Batman from memory.
Yeah.
Batman.
Batman.
Do you remember the Batman and Fireman animations?
Yes.
I fucking love those. Batman, it's Batman. We're best friends.
I like gradient maps for giving me a new view on a picture I'm working on because it can dramatically change how a piece feels. But I agree you should not rely on them. Alright.
And like, it is definitely would probably really be useful when speed is your priority, for sure. Because then you could use value layers and stuff like that to be able to like just get the lighting and shading sorted down, and then you add the colors onto it. And gradient maps, admittedly, very much speed up this process. But I don't have a priority on speed. I am not a professional artist with a shit ton of deadlines.
Fair.
But maybe one day I should force myself to use them anyway.
Probably.
I don't wanna. Listen, if I understand how it works better, I can hate on it harder.
True.
And you know what? You can apply that to learning the fundamentals of art too. If you learn the fundamentals, you can say, fuck this shit even harder. Or, this exercise is bullshit. This doesn't help with anything.
See, it's why I am very educated when I say that Skyrim is one of the worst games ever, even though I have over 800 hours in it.
And I have over 6,000 hours in Ark Survival Evolved, and I can say it's a terrible fucking game. I will never play it ever again, unless I am paid to play it. I will go back to it to be a sellout. And then I'll be paid to hate on it. I'll get my skin orbs, maybe that'll help.
Fuck it, I'm calling those good enough. Now I'm gonna fucking... Now I'll actually do skin. Again.
Skin.
Actually, before I do that, Batman, you're getting your own little layer.
Batman.
Batman.
I need to watch Lego Batman movie. I've seen like a whole bunch of clips and it's actually really funny from just the little bits that I've seen. Which honestly, I'm not surprised considering how actually good the Lego movie was.
Yeah.
I went to see it in theaters expecting fully to hate it and think it's stupid. And then it was just walked out of it being like, that was really good, right? Yeah, it was really good. Holy fuck.
Why was that good?
Why was that? How did that work? Crunch.
Crunch. I'm an MMO connoisseur and can say that I will probably not play Guild Wars 2 again over 10 years later.
Yep, I still hate it.
Hmm.
I start liking it more when I break my rule of not using like different layer types or layer settings. Yeah, I just hate the feeling of using an airbrush tool.
I think for me, the reason why I kind of enjoy it is because I don't focus on the center of the airbrush tool. I like using the edges. Do I think this is going to help you? Probably not in the slightest.
I love scam messages. Port. Yeah, the whole like here's an account with an incredibly high balance, like all for you, and here's the account name and password, kind of shit. It's just like, left you with some money. Looking back, we were sincere to each other. Now it's time to end this relationship. I hope you can take good care of my little son. It's like, yeah, okay.
Lol.
Alright, Amanda Wilder, you definitely know who you're talking to. But, yep, gotta love those scams. This may sound crazy.
Yeah.
What I might need to do to help me out, maybe, is try airbrush tools with an actual, like, person figure. I don't think the orb is helping.
Maybe?
Okay. Let's do something. I'm moving away from the skin orb.
I think for me right now, the thing that doesn't help, I have not done any fucking studies on how skin texture works.
Yeah. It can be a little complicated. Thank you very much for the follow.
Welcome on in.
From Quiche, if AAA games are to be believed, the only thing that matters is more pores!
Oh, you know what? You're so absolutely right for that. Give me 1 second here. I'm sure I got something for that. There you go, Quiche. More pores just for you. God, what a horrendous sight this is. Oh, I hate it.
Flesh orb.
Oh, flesh orb. Like, it's funny, it feels like the first orb that I got, that shit's like spot on. It looks good. But then I tried to fucking do some weird shit and then it's just like, oh man.
I mean, part of it is it's not squishing like flesh does. So it looks almost like it's melting. Like like I think like the best comparison I can think of for how flesh squishes is like a balloon. The air still has to go somewhere. So like when you're squishing down on one side, it's going to just push out on the center.
Right.
Not a lot, because there's only so much. It's not as malleable as air is, but like, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I just finally saw that, like, you sent me something.
Yeah, it was just a scam DM.
Sometimes I just get an idea and I have no idea what I intended for it, but it's there now.
Looks like you were trying for metallic. Because that looks very much like a gold orb.
Yeah, I guess it does. A gorb, if you will.
Good gorb.
Gorb.
Because yeah, that's like one thing with metallics is typically the difference between lighting and shading tends to be very sharp and like very drastic. Like the darks are going to be very dark, the lights are going to be very light. Because metallics reflect a lot of light, so when there's an absence of it, it tends to stand out.
This is so weird to look at.
Just a whole bunch of orbs.
Just the dog shit. Wow! That's pretty good! Dog shit. Wow! There's like no consistency. It's like I do something really bad and then I like suddenly do something really good.
That's art, baby.
I'm so confused. Cause like as soon because like I wasn't like trying to make the sixth orb there metallic. I was just kind of fucking around. And like my vision was putting a light source like somewhere on the orb, like it was a planet, and then make the light really bright and shoot out across the orb and across. And then, like, obviously the glow would kind of reach out a little bit, and eventually, like, on the other opposite side of it, it would just be super dark. And then you're like, oh, it looks like a metal orb that you're trying to do. And I'm like, well, I wasn't, but I feel
Now
like
that
I
you
could.
mention it.
Now that you mention it, I feel like I can take what I have done and turn it into that. And then I did. I don't know how to process this. I don't know what I'm doing. I like that I'm doing it. I just don't know what I'm doing.
I made a rock.
Hell yeah. Rocks.
Ugh. I hurt.
I do say I am getting a little tired.
Mm.
My brain is starting to kind of get a little bit of that EP going on.
Oh no.
I am sure doing something. As for what? I do
Yeah,
not
it
know.
has been a long day, and you have learned a lot, I think. So study successful.
Think so?
Yes.
Hmm.
I mean, do you feel like you've learned things?
Kind of. I have definitely learned I should not attempt flesh squish yet.
Yeah, that can be part of the long-term anatomy stuff.
Yeah. Cause like I definitely got some practice in with using different brushes. I have learned that you and I are drastically different when it comes to how we feel about the airbrush tool.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like, I feel it is very therapeutic. I like it. It lets me just kind of zone out as I just do some soft touches here and there and quick little strokes to emphasize the textures and shading and yada yada. And for you, you do like a couple of strokes, you're like, God, I want to fucking die.
I feel like I have very little control. It never looks right. And like, I hate it. Like the way I have to tend to do it, if I don't like it, I fix it with further blending, which kind of negates the point.
Right.
I can try again when I actually have like a human form I can shade on.
Because like that was part of like wanting to do this too for those who are listening in, is that sometimes we think about, oh, I need to learn how to do a thing. I'm gonna draw this huge fucking project that's gonna take me forever to do in order to try to learn this thing, instead of just applying it to smaller things that are less consequential, like putting it in orbs.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not about to try to figure out how lighting works on a metal object by making a fucking house made out of gold.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
or drawing intricate jewelry on a character.
Right. I'm going to put an orb, and then I'm going to brush and figure it out. And then I'm gonna make it into a goddamn cube. And then I'm gonna brush that. I'll figure it out. And then I'm gonna go back to studying the books, which you can find over on my throne if you want to help my artist endeavors. There are a lot of little books that I would love to be able to have for my collection so I can read up on. Also, hi, Happy. Appreciate you. Cubism. Yes. Boxes. Draw boxes, everybody. Remember.
Boxes and spheres.
Boxes and spheres. What's that? You think you already know how to draw a box? No, shut up and draw a box. Now rotate that bitch.
Rotate.
You did it wrong. Rotate it again. How do you feel about my orbs?
Your orbs are good. You seem to be like just getting just general like soft lighting a lot better and just blending as well. You do have a lot to learn about skin squish. But like you know that, so I don't need to emphasize that too much.
Where?
But also this is just like also just program tool practice. So like it's fine.
We also did admit to the fact that I am jumping very far ahead in like what I am trying to learn how to do at this point, and just being like, yes, let's do textures now. We've already
What
learned
about
that I'm
shading and
bad at
lighting?
lighting. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Which I will obviously go back to doing and practicing stuff. I have a lot to learn on that shit. Yeah, I don't intend on skipping out on any of that stuff because it is very important to learn. Color and Life by N. Gurney is really good. If he's got a physical book on it and I don't have it on my throne yet, suggest it on my throne. Please and thank you. Would appreciate it. That way I can have it for my collection. How are you feeling with today's exercise?
Good. I feel like I'm got the practice that I wanted and needed when it comes to like using color to shade and not relying on like the multiply layer. Because color theory and stuff like that I do need to work on. Because yeah, I fall back. I acknowledge that is a fault of mine when it comes to my art. I fall back too hard on the excuse of I can't visualize colors, so color theory is extra hard for me. And color theory is already difficult. So when I can't visualize colors, it's really fucking difficult. But I need to stop leaning on that excuse. I need to figure out a way that works for me, even just memorizing the theory of it, because color theory. Because I kind of do that already with certain things, like just knowing different like color pairings that work really well. It's like I can't really visualize it, but I've seen it enough to be like, oh well, like this shade of red goes really well with the shade of fucking gold. It's like I know this is a pairing that works out really well, even if I can't visualize it.
Very true.
Not.
Nodders.
Nodders.
Say no to that one.
No squish orbs yet.
No squish orbs yet. Also, Happy, you don't gotta be sorry about anything. By all means, like, that wasn't me trying to, like, yell at you or anything. That's just like, yo, if you got a link to that, give me that shit, please. I need to take up sculpting challenges. This is making me want to do that. Yeah! Do it.
Do it.
By all means. I cannot stress how happy it makes me as somebody who is like picking up art and studying it and like just considered a beginner of it. How I am like inspiring people who are far above me in the fucking like artist endeavors and stuff and like skill level to be like, you're right, this is inspiring me to do a thing. I'm gonna do a thing. And it's like, yeah, do that thing. I was apologizing for messing up spelling. Oh, no, whatever. So, with the practice we've been doing today, so you said that you were looking to be like needing to try and draw a like whole thing.
Yeah, or at least just like some kind of like humanoid shape. Just like it doesn't need to be like a whole body, but like just an excuse to draw a pinup. Oh no. Because I do think that like having the reference to with my knowledge of anatomy and like human body squish will help me be better with airbrush tools. When it's just an orb, it's very fucking frustrating.
Mm-hmm. Also, those skin orbs you sent me are like really interesting. That I am definitely gonna go. That's going in the folder.
Yeah. That's what almost that exact image is what I think of when I say skin orbs. Where it's like uncomfortably realistic.
Yeah,
especially the middle one.
God. Yeah, for chat, what they're talking about is this here. Which, if you notice, mine is nothing like these. But I can definitely kind of piece these together and get it figured out. This is where studying comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes motivation comes with cheering on those striving to get those skill points. Hell yeah. I'm rusty in sculpting. I need a good sandblasting. All right. So what do you think? You think we're fairly good here for tonight? I know it's like a little shorter than 4 hours, but did you want to keep on going for yourself for a little while longer? Do some more stuff?
I'm also like just getting more and more tired and brain dead.
Yeah.
It's been long days.
Long days. Alright. It's Monday. You know where we need to go. Check on them first, actually, see how they're down. Hmm?
Cat?
Yeah.
Okay.
The same place we go every Monday, BB.
Yeah.
Wanna give Vin some love? Before we go, I know what the raid message needs to be tonight.
Unless you're thinking of something specific.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then never mind what I typed.
It's gonna really confuse them. It's gonna be great.
Part of me for like your using your emotes wants to suggest the lick emote.
Oh God.
You can just do your dunk if you want. Yeah. Understood, the lick emote is too far.
Oh man, fine. We're good on that one here. Alright. /raid Benzilla 101. And I haven't hit enter yet. Before I hit enter, Seph!
Yeah.
Do you have any plans for this week?
I'm gonna be working on hand fasting cord, so hand cam stream.
Yeah! Is that gonna be tomorrow?
It's gonna be tomorrow and Thursday.
Oh boy.
I need to finish that. I am running out of time. So.
The wedding is fast approaching.
Ah!
And then as for myself, I don't know. I might stream on Thursday, Friday. I'll try to. I am at the very tail end of finishing the decorations in my room and getting things all set up with that. Look forward to videos and pictures soon. I will post it on social media. And then, yeah, definitely going to be doing more art. As to what exactly, not 100% certain. But until then.
Oh yeah, and I also have a early Blue Heart stream on Friday. That'll be my last one until after our vacation.
Yeah.
So, finger guns.
And then Saturday, we're going to finally stream more Tales of, because we haven't streamed Tales of in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That might have been my fault. Oops. All right, ready to go raid?
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1. All right. Thank y'all again for joining us for tonight. Very much love and appreciate y'all. Take care of yourselves. Seph will
Have a
see you
good day,
tomorrow.
night, whatever.
Yeah. Seph will go see you tomorrow on their stream. I'll see you whenever the hell I decide I want to stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Night, everybody.
All right, to the end card. That